Hello, this is Jamie with Creations Misfit, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very easy one row repeat shawl. And you can use this to make any size. If you want to make for a child or for a teenager, adult, any size would be fine. It's just a one row repeat. It works up really quickly. I think I made mine in about 5-6 hours maybe. And everybody's is going to be different, but I will tell you how I made mine and then you can adjust accordingly. So for my dimensions, the length, like from the tip to the top, I'll put a picture up, that was 28 inches, and then across was about 54 inches. And I think I used around 720 yards of size 4 yarn. So I would say anywhere between like 600 to maybe 1,000 yards for an adult. And what I used was size 4 yarn. This is Mainstays from Walmart. That's what I used for mine, the white. But I'm going to do this aqua color today because it shows up better for the tutorial. And yeah, I just got that at Walmart. It's like $2.40 for 240 yards, something like that. So it's really inexpensive. And I think I used about 3 balls, three and a half, something like that. And that was including the fringe. All right, and then I used a 5.5 millimeter hook, and then you'll need a yarn needle to sew in your ends and some scissors, but really you can use any size yarn, any size hook, whatever you want to do is fine. You're just going to keep repeating until you get to the size that you want. So today I'm going to show you just a little swatch, and then you could just keep repeating it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, to start out here, I started with a magic circle. If you don't like to do that, I do have a video for that. I'll put a little card up here. It's really easy once you get started with it. I know some people hate the magic circle. I used to as well, but once I started doing it like this, I absolutely love it. So if you need a little more time to learn, you can just click on that card that I put up and then come back to this video. But if you don't want to do the magic circle, you can also just chain 4 and slip stitch to the very first chain. All right, so the option is yours, but I'm going to do a magic circle, and this is how I do mine. I just cross over in the back here. I go underneath this one and over this one and pull up, and that's my circle. And from there, we are going to chain 3. So I'm going to do my first chain here. But even if you did the chain 4 and slip stitch to the first, we're going to chain up 3 after that. Okay, so everybody should have something that resembles a circle and then a chain 3. And then into our circle, we're going to do 2 double crochet. And if this gets too loose, you can just pull it a little bit. Okay, and then we will chain 3. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet into the magic circle. And I forgot to mention this first chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. So we're going to have 3 double crochet, chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochet into the circle. So just go right back in, do 3 more. I gotta pull my yarn here. And then you can close up your circle, just pull this tightly. And that is just our round or row 1. Okay, so it should be 3 double crochet, and then you're going to have like a little loop here, and then 3 double crochet. That's the first row. And we're going to start at the tip here. Let me show you on the one that's already done. We're starting at the bottom here, where it V's. I know it's kind of hard to tell with all this out here. And then we're just going to go up like that. It will make a triangle. Okay, so for row 2, let me get myself situated. All right, for row 2, we're going to chain 3 and then turn our work. Okay, so let's turn here. And that chain 3 is always going to count as a double crochet. And then right in between, you can see your 3 double crochet from the round before. Right in between the first and second double crochet there, where you don't have to go into the stitch. You can if you want. I just go in between the 2. We're going to do 2 more double crochet. Okay, see how I just went right in between those 2? and then we're going to do another one so that you'll have 3 total with that chain 3. And then we're going to chain up 1, and we're going to skip these next 2 and go right into the center here, and we're going to do 4 double crochet into that center spot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the center, we're going to, or staying in the center here, we're going to chain up 3. And we're going to go back into that center and do 4 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is where we're at. And what we do on this side, we have to do on this side. So we're going to chain up 1, and then we're going to skip 2 double crochet, and in between the last 2 here, we're going to do 3 double crochet. All right, so skip those 2, and then in between the final stitch and the one before it, we're going to do 3 double crochet to finish off our row. 2 and 3. So this is what you should have. And we're just going to keep working this way, this way, this way. So for row 3, this is going to be our repeat. And if this comes a little loose, you can just always pull it, and then you'll want to weave this in whenever. I usually do it at the end. All right, so for row 3, this is going to be our repeat row for the rest of the shawl. That's how easy this is. It just works up so nicely. I was watching Christmas movies yesterday and wasn't even looking at my project. I was just crocheting it the whole time. All right, so we're going to start with chain 3 and turn, and that chain 3 will always count as our first double crochet. And then you can see we have clusters here now. So we have a cluster here, a cluster here, and we're going to go in between again these first 2 stitches and do 2 more double crochet. And we're just doing 2 because that first chain 3 counts as our first one. Okay, and then you're going to chain up 1, and then you're just going to go into the next space. There's going to be that chain 1 space from before, and we're going to do 3 double crochet in there. And this gets really easy as you make it larger because you just see the spaces with such ease. And then we'll chain 1, and then we're at the top again. So for the top, you're like the sides, we're always going to do 3 double crochet in each, and then a chain 1. For the top, the middle part here, we're always going to do 4 double crochet. So let's do 4 in there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we do a chain 3 in the middle section. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 more double crochet in that same space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And you're always going to chain 1 after you do your double crochets. So chain 1, and then we just find the next space here, and we'll do our 3 double crochet there. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and then we just have our last 3 here, so we'll go in between the last 2 and do 3 double crochet there. 1, 2, and 3. And that will be our repeat row for the entire shawl. So each round is going to be a little different because you're adding clusters. So like for this next round, I'm going to have 2 spaces to go into before I get up here, you know, on each side. And then you'll have 3, and, you know, it will keep going like that. So I'll do one more row with you, and then I'll show you how to do the fringe, if you choose to do fringe. So again, we're going to chain up 3, which counts as our first double crochet, and turn our work. And then we'll do 2 double crochet in here, in the space here. And then chain 1. And we find the next space, and we do 3 double crochet there. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, our next space here, 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, my yarn keeps getting stuck. And then chain 1, and now we're back at the top. So remember, we do 4 and 4, chain 3, and 4 for the top always. So we'll do 4 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go back in and do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see the top here. Chain 1, find our next space, 3 double crochet in there, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, space here, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and then we go in between the last 2 here to do our last 3. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And that is your repeat. So you just keep going until the size that you want. So that's why it's so easy to make it for a small child or even a teenager or a preteen, and then any adult size would be fine too. Okay, so when you're done, you just tie off, and then I put fringe on mine. I'm going to show you. I left a little bit of the fringe off of the white so I could show you on that one, but I just went and put my fringe in between each of the holes here on the outer edge. Okay, so if you want to do fringe, you can do that, and I'll show you how I did mine. So I just grabbed, I mean, you could just cut your fringe into however many pieces you want. I just grabbed this color street thing because it was about the length that I wanted. Let me get my white yarn. Okay, here's my white yarn. And this is 6.5 inches in length. So that's how long I did mine. But I used to just like do one piece and then I would measure it to the next and cut, and it took so long. I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out, but I saw somebody do this recently and I was like, oh, right. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. Whoops, that's in. Out. Okay. So I just keep going around here for as long as I want. I had to do this, you know, a few times to get however much yarn I wanted for my fringe, and I do 3 pieces in each chain space, 3 pieces of fringe in each chain space. So just get however much you want, and I'm just going to do a little bit here, cut that, and then just cut up here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my white shawl. And I did most of it already, but I just left a little bit so I could show you guys. Sorry, let me get my life together here. All right, and then you just take your hook, and I did 3 pieces for each space. Okay, so take your 3 pieces and just kind of fold it in half as evenly as possible. And then this is how I do mine. You could do it with your fingers too, but I find this easier. I just put my hook through. See how I did it in each space here? And you have your yarn like this, like folded. I pull it through and then just do a chain. But make sure that you get all those pieces through. I just do a chain and pull through, and then there's my fringe. It might help to use a larger hook to get around everything, but I did okay with this one, so I'll show you a couple more. And then that'll be it. But thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I do try to get back to all the comments, and or how it worked for you, or what yarn you use. You could use a size 5, a size 6, a size 3 yarn, whatever you want, and it will work out the same. You just have to, work it up as much as you want. All right, so under here, just pull those and do a chain. Make sure you pull up pretty good here so you can get them all through, and then pull through, and there is your fringe. I do have a longer video on fringe. If you need help with that, I'll put it up here, and I think I do. If I do, I'll put it up there. But that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you will stick around and check out some of my other videos. I have almost 200 tutorials up right now, and I'm always doing more. But I love to hear feedback, and I love to see you on other videos. So I have all kinds of things. This is kind of one of my first wearables, I think, on here. But I have plushies and tons of hats and scarves and all kinds of, household things and decor, stuff like that. So yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. And if you could like this video, like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what color you're using or who you're making it for. I always love to hear that stuff. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. I appreciate you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next one. I'm just going to put a couple pictures up of this scarf or shawl, and yeah, I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.